Okay guys, I'm going to do a bit of stuff with the RepRap now. This is the state it's in. It's still not stepping properly, and I think I've just got a bit of a firmware problem that I need to resolve. The two Z-axis ones aren't stepping properly at all, and that might be a wiring problem. I think that little splice that I've got there that I made like 2 years ago is probably just crap. So that's like my next thing to fix, is to get the Z-axis stepping properly. But what we've got right here is a new build plate. So as you can see at the moment, I've got painter's tape on there. What I actually had on this for ages was bare aluminium sprayed down with hairspray, like really high grip hairspray, and that works pretty good for ABS, but I'm not really going to be printing ABS directly onto the build surface. My plan is to print a PLA raft that will stick it down to the surface, and then build the ABS structures inside the PLA raft, or just print PLA. I mean, most of the time I'm probably just going to be printing PLA. If it's stuff that I'm printing for the polytunnel or that's going to go outside, I'll print ABS. So what I've got here is one sheet of borosilicate glass. This is a Mendel or Prusa sized one. See if I can get it out of this one-handed without breaking it. So, on the floor with you. This is, as you can see on the grid here, about 200 millimeters by 213 or 14 millimeters. And what I actually need it to be is 140 by 140. So that's off the top of my memory. I'm going to measure this first. So I'm going to give that a go. I've watched a couple of tutorials on how to do this. Basically, you score it with a metal edge where you want it, and then I'm not sure what the reasoning is, but you lick your finger and make the seam wet, and then you put it over like a bit of rod or something. I've got plenty of threaded rod and stuff up here that I can use. And you just put a little bit of pressure and it snaps along the line. So we're going to try that, and hopefully it's going to work, because this was a reasonably expensive piece of glass. I think it cost, I think I bought it for 14 or 15 quid from Ooze Nest, via Amazon. Right, so first I'm going to mark out where I'm going to cut. I've measured the bed Y direction, and that's 140. So unfortunately I've got the biggest ruler on the planet, which is not really helpful. So if we go from here, I'm just using a board marker just to mark that. Here, that. So bit of apprehension here, I've never actually done this before. So what I'm going to do is put the straight edge on the glass, put it down, hold it down quite firmly, put the wheel on there. In fact, actually I need a thicker straight edge. Okay, alright, I need a thicker straight edge to use this, so let's use a bit of shelving. Well, that just went all over the place, didn't it? Can you tell that I haven't done this before? What I'll do, I'm going to go and see if I can find something that's a bit of a better straight edge, because that just went all over. Okay, so I've got, this has a bit of a cork backing on it, which should hopefully be a bit easier to use. Roughly on target there. Right, so there's my line. I'm not sure what the point of that part is, but apparently wiping spit on it is the way to go. And then I just need a bit of bar, which I should have lying around somewhere. A bit of wooden dowel I can use. Oh, right. We got this on frame so we can see how badly this goes. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Oh, this is... I'm so worried about this. Well, some of it split along the line. That actually took quite a lot of pressure as well, maybe I didn't score it enough. Okay, so that split in this centre bit went roughly along the line. What I'll do is I'll see if I can score it a bit deeper and then use the little cutters on the side here. I might end up having to grind this down a little bit. Okay, that's not really having the effect that I wanted. What I don't want to do is end up cutting my hand on this. That is really loud. Okay guys, I'm not really sure how to do this. Okay, so I'm just going to grab myself an end mill. It's like a single fluted 3mm. Might be a 4mm actually. That I use on the micro mill. I'm going to use that. Okay, so there you can see our scoring line across there. That has blunted the cutting tip on that a little bit. I don't know whether I can focus on that. It's blunted the tip a little bit, but has scored a much clearer line there. So hopefully that's enough. Wow, this is like turning into a bit of fail, really, isn't it? See there, this is the edge I've managed to get. Luckily, I need to cut across there. What I might see if I can do is take this out and do it on the grinder, but I'll see if the nibbling bits. Yeah, so I'm going to try and do that outside, but I can nibble down the edge and then I'll see if I can cut the rest of this on the grinder, and I'm going to have to get the hoover in here and try and clear up all the tiny little shards of glass. This was not the most successful thing I've ever done in here. Oh well. So what I'll try to do is, let's try to score the next side. Okay, so that put a score mark in both sides. I don't really want to do this. This is just too scary. I think what I need is a thinner rod. I'm surprised I don't have any like spare RepRap rods up here. I think I've got them all down in the kitchen. Let me go and get one of those. Okay, we're back. let me just close the office door. So I've got a bit of threaded rod from the RepRap, and I have no idea what that little bit of fluff is, but sure. So the idea, I think, is to use this as like a fulcrum to split this. Oh, this is horrible. I'm just like convinced I'm going to get a bit of glass straight in the face. There you go. Ooh. I'm going to have to beep all that out now. Okay, so that's how far I got. This is not seeming to want to work. So I'm going to take it outside and try to nibble the edges down to clean them up, and then I'll see if I can get the belt sander out and try to like grind down the edges a little bit. Okay, so that's where I've got to with the nibbling tool, which is the little gaps. So now this is like, obviously I can't have this type of edge on the printer, so I'm going to try and grind that down with some with the belt sander. So let me go and do that. Okay, so here's the plan. I've got my gloves on, I've got the belt sander, which I've clamped down to a bench outside. Got my safety glasses. The plan is, I've got an old belt on here. I don't care if the belt gets destroyed, so I'm going to go very, very light on it and just gradually round off the edges of the glass. And if it slices up the belt, then I've not lost anything. If it smashes the piece of glass, well, you know, it will make a funny YouTube video, but I'll have to go and buy a new piece of glass. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so this is going really well. It's going to reclamp this into a bit of an easier position to use. Okay, so here's the piece of glass. That's one of the factory cut edges. And if I can get it to focus, please. Focus on the glass, you damn camera. And that is one of the edges that I cut and then ground down. See, I ground it pretty much flat. There was a couple of places where I cut it too deep. And this is the other ground edge, but they're nice, and I've rounded them over, and I've rounded the corners. So what I'm going to do is this will attach to the bed with ball clips, but for now I'm just going to have it back inside its bit of protective stuff inside a jiffy bag, and I'll store that until I actually need it. Okay guys, thanks for watching. This was part 2 of my look at the refurbishment of my RepRap. It's looking pretty good. The software side of things is a bit weird. I need to look into that. That's probably going to be like if I've got an afternoon or an evening where I don't fancy like doing anything. But yeah, we got the glass cut. That was pretty damn scary actually. I think I swore a little bit. I might have to go through and bleep out some of the more sweary bits. I'm trying to keep the whole channel PG-13, right? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and this was the day... this was day 40. Wow. That's old. Getting old now. I swore again, didn't I? Okay, thanks, guys. This was the day 40 update. I'll be going off now to do some more work on the formwork for the rocket mass heater. The previous part 2 of the rocket mass heater burnout is uploading right now. I'm going to edit this up and upload it. Probably it'll be up tomorrow sometime, and hopefully I'll have tons more video of the second attempt at doing a cast core for the rocket mass heater. So my mouth just broke. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Rock on.